I would say that it's important to carry with you some of the lessons, the confidence, the leadership skills that you have built, but also know that real life is a little bit different and you have to find ways to apply those lessons in the real world and not like lose sight of some of the like happy feelings from St. Ben's, even when you're in the real world and it's not as easy to foster that. But I would tell people to like hold on to their relationships, hold on to lessons they've learned, hold on to the leadership skills they have developed. And your first couple of years when you graduate can be a little bit tough, but then you sort of get your footing and things get good again.
I would say grief is normal. Transition is challenging. Walking into the new can be really frightening and scary. Remember community. Remember the spiritual side of all this, and be intentional about hanging with friends, at least some of them, where you can be your relaxed self, where you can just be your relaxed self. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be a wizard. You can just say whatever's on your mind. Be intentional about that. Really intentional. Because there's enough hard stuff to navigate where you can't be honest. So try to find somebody that will really be honest with you and that you can be honest with. Just take it a step at a time.
Continue to utilize St. Ben's and its community and St. John's and the networks to move forward in your life, and to never be afraid to call on somebody, because I can't think of how many times, no matter where in the world I might be, and oftentimes, traveling the globe, you're always meeting Bennies and Johnnies at every turn, and not to be afraid to ask for a hand, because I don't know if anyone's ever said no to me. Would you look at this paper? Would you help me write this business plan? Would you help me get into this retailer with my product? What do you think? Always going to that St. Ben, St. John's community first. It just opens up doors. And one door leads to another door, leads to another door. So really, it's just such an important part of the education here, and not underestimating the value of that.
Be confident and try. Just believe in yourself and everything you've learned. Go for it. Don't give up. Do not give up. You have it. They taught it. You learned it. You graduated, so you got it. Go.
If you don't ask, the answer is always no. And I say that because when I was in graduate school, I was home for a couple weeks between semesters. And I was in church in the Twin Cities, and I was getting on a plane to come back to DC to start my last semester. And I saw a CEO of a very large company. His daughter was also a classmate of mine, but we weren't incredibly close in high school, but we knew each other from sports in high school and church and things of that nature. So I went up to this gentleman and I asked him if I could work with his staff to get an informational interview in their Washington, D.C. office. I wanted to learn more about government relations, and can I work with your assistant? And so on Monday, the next day, I got a phone call from the D.C. office of this company, proactively reaching out to me. And I had an informational interview Tuesday, the next following day. And by Tuesday night, I had a paid internship in their office. So particularly for women, it's much easier to do, so much easier for them to do that type of stuff. But I think if I didn't have that conversation in the back of the church, I don't think I would really ultimately be here where I am today. Because if you don't ask, the answer is always no.
Take whatever St. Ben's gave to you and give back. Remember to what was all taught to you there and how you were formed, and take that into the world every day of your life. And I think we do that if they can remember this mission statement, lead courageously, think critically, and advocate passionately. If they do that, that's number one.